Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. So today, blueberry waffle with margarine and syrup, ham, and coffee. Didn't feel like having a big breakfast. Uh, Tonight I go over to Fonda's and cook that chicken around 4 or so. So if they don't, YouTube don't notify you, look for it. Be roughly the same time as last Saturday, because I'm cooking it, and once I'm done we'll eat it, and then I'll download it. And so, and Sunday I got a lot to do, but I did get my laundry. I got everything ready to go over and spend 4 nights there. But the food, I just gotta pack that up Monday morning. And I went to the motel yesterday. The two places they used places there, Salvation Army, and the other one, they had nothing. Like nothing for furniture. I'm just going to probably borrow the money from La Fonda until I get my damage deposit back and that, and get a hot plate and a burner. So I'll probably borrow the money, because it's going to be hard to cook over there in the morning next week. So I do got that little toaster oven, so I might bring some sausage and one day cook the sausage in it, right? So anyhow, I just don't want to make a bunch of smoke. But if I cook them slow, I'll figure out something. Gosh, my elbow's so sore when I'm chesting. Damn. So that's the story there. Today's supposed to be +2, and tomorrow +6. After having like -30 weather, right? But crazy. Crazy weather. Yeah. Probably get to stuff next weekend. Because Ian works this weekend. Next weekend I'll get and then next week when I stay over, I can cook on that grill. I can cook anything, right? Anyhow. I did get a chair to sit on and watch TV, but it's just a chair. It's not like a lounge chair. I'll be giving that thing back. It's not very comfortable. I prefer to sit on my bed. Got 4 of them in that room they don't even use. He could have gave me one. 4 or 5. Oh, well. I'll use it until I find something. It sounded like, when I said to him, I said, I need a chair. I said, a lounge chair or something that I can comfortable watching TV. I said, I don't like sitting on the bed. He said, really? Like surprised? I want to sit on the bed and watch TV. I don't even want to lay in the bed and watch TV. I told him, I said, well, bed for me means sleep. Anyway, strange people. Talking to the girl I worked with there. He said they had the two-way open all day yesterday because it was warm, right? So it wouldn't steam up too bad in there going up now. Anyway, and then they fixed it about 5 or so the car wash is open now. Yeehaw. They need something, they gotta do something with the back door. It's always broken. But anyway, people, where I live, there's so many cuts here. There's so many cutthroats. It's unreal. But I'm not going to go out of my way to help this kid out anymore. This kid lives over here, around here, because I see him when I catch the bus. He drives his bike. In the summertime when he worked in the building in front of us at the weed store. I'm gonna start complaining about him because he comes in. They're on their lunch hour now, or whatever. Both of them. Well, the other guy's not too bad, but this guy here, he's on his lunch and you can smell it. He smokes it in beside his building. We can see. Anyway, they're in the front. It's well lit. The main street is there. And they close at 9. And there's 2 people working outside. I'm way in the back, in the dark, not well lit, by myself. And he knows I've already been robbed because I locked the door. But anyway, when it's light and I'm there alone, no bay cleaner, right? But in the summertime, I'll be out having cigarette, whatever. He come and get a smoke. He must quit smoking because he hasn't asked me for a while. I give him a cigarette. Not very often, but a couple of times. He comes in. He needs a nickel. We always got like someone pay it forward, you know. We put it underneath the cash register. He said, oh, I'm short a nickel, don't worry about it. More than once. The other night, Thursday night, I was there alone. No bay cleaner. It was really dark. And I got cameras, certain. The way the guy came in that robbed me, he was out of the camera. Not inside, but anyway. But I sit there, when I'm sitting there, I watch the cameras, especially who's coming from that way, like beside the building, his building, because there's, anyway. So, the other night he comes in, and I see him come across, so I unlock the door. He never had to wait out there, because I'm always watching. If I see him coming, I'm having a cigarette, I'll hurry up, go around and unlock the door, because I can see, right? Anyways, so we got these bigger bars, which is $2 something or whatever, and $1.90 ones underneath. The smaller bars. Well, he picked up Reese's peanut butter cups. That was the big one. I'm not the only one that put stock away. So, someone made an error. Put them at the bottom. Instead of the top. So, he could have done a switcheroo. So I can't see him. He could have done a switcheroo. There were only 2. They could have been on top, and he could have put one at the bottom and said it was at the bottom. Because I'm pretty sure they were on top. I think he might have done a switcheroo. I don't trust him. Anyway, he said, "Oh, I only got enough for a pop and like the normal size bar, right?" So I told him, just give me a Reese's down at the bottom, something Reese's. I'll scan it, give him where it was our fault, and I'll give him price, the same bar, but the price of that one, because it was our fault, right? Oh, thank you. So he leaves. She texts me. And I mean, when he comes in, he's always stoned and he stinks up my place. I'm going to end up complaining. I mean, because he's stinking up my place. You know what I mean? After he leaves, someone come in. No matter if you spray it, it smells like skunk. Anyway. She said, you know, she texted me last night. She said, must have been bored there, right? Friday night. But anyway. So, she said, you know that young guy that works over at his job? I was saying, now what is he up to? He tells her, he started complaining about the bar being mixed up and all this. Probably want another free bar. But I told her, I said, I gave him the bar. And I just charged him where it was our fault. But I think he done a switcheroo. We always put those big bars up there. Anyway, I explained to her. Then he said, and then he complained, I don't know why she locks the door for her at night. She said, she jumped to my defense. She said, look, she was here alone. When she's here alone, or late at night, and she's already been robbed, yeah, she locks the door. Never, I said, did he ever have to wait at that door. Ever. Because I'm always watching that way when it's dark. Because he comes around the building. I always watch. But anyway. You wait. Toothpaste? Toothpaste. There won't be no nickels and no cigarettes. You wait. He'll ask for a cigarette one of these days. I'm just going to come out and say, nope. I'm going to do since I've been here. Toothpaste. Nice in your face to them. I mean, we got that in New Brunswick too, but this little town, or city they call it, has a lot of two-faced people, let's put it that way. He didn't tell her, he probably was looking for another bar. But I told her what I did. But I think he done a switcheroo. Because there were only two left. Because I put the other one in. It's so easy to grab one. I can't see. Yeah. Won't be saying hi to him when I see him on the bus. I won't be talking to him. I mean, isn't that, we sign when they made marijuana legal here, we had to, they came and gave us a thing, and it's like alcohol. You can't on your break, or you can't come in when you're, or if they happen to call you and to work and you weren't expected to work and you took some, you smoked some, whatever, then you can't work. And if it's medical, then you have to keep it where other staff members can't mistakenly whatever anyway. And you got to give them the prescription from the doctor and all this stuff, and we had to sign it. And then this kid, he's on his break, he comes over and gets munchies. Just because you work at that store. That's like being at a liquor store, being drunk. Or at a bar, attending bar and getting drunk. Anyhow, the manager must leave him alone that night, him and the other guy. He don't care. Yeah. But no Mrs. Friendly to him. Not gonna go out of my way and backwards. They complain here. You go out of your way to help and they don't appreciate shit. But that's the way of the world with these young kids too, I find. Because if I see someone coming, and we got one diesel pump and 2 gas, regular gas, well, 4 gas and 2 diesel, right? And they come in, and they go to the diesel, and then they turn around, they park there, and then they notice it's diesel. Well, you know they never been to our store before, gas station, because they go to diesel. Everybody knows, regulars, that's the diesel pump. It's yellow, bright yellow. But anyway, so they go around. So if I'm not busy and I'm just sitting there, I'll go and I'll grab one of our discount cards, and before they pump, I say, you got a discount, or do you got a discount card? Because they pretty much know that they never know. They might have been to the other companies in Edmonton and they got one. It's just they never been to one where I'm at, right? But anyway, I always ask and everything. One girl, nope, and I don't live here and I don't want it. If you never ever use it again, throw it in the garbage, but you could use it that time to get the discount. Like I go out of my way, I put my jacket on because she went to diesel. And then she turns around and she's on the opposite side. So I mean, I put my hoodie and it's cold, windy, snowing. I don't go out of my way for anybody anymore. Heck with it. No, and I'm not helping this kid. Got a nickel? I need a nickel. I'll say, well, I got none underneath. Not taking money out of. I even had one time he needed a nickel to get one of them pop. He gets tips. I don't get no tips. He gets tips at his job. Never have I ever. That's that's a store. They don't have tips. It's not a restaurant, but they get a tip jar. And he comes over and buys the cheapest pop can with his tips. Anyways, a couple times we didn't have a nickel underneath the thing. Someone didn't pay it forward or whatever, you know. We got no tip jar. So I said, oh, just take it. I have a nickel on me. Never again. I prefer to take that nickel and throw it out in the field and give him a nickel after doing that. And I think he done a switcheroo. So I'm pretty sure those bars was up on top. Never did I ever see those bars down at the bottom. They were only two. It would be so easy to slide because he was playing around. To slide the other ones over, put one down and put one on top and say, oh, they were there. It's only, what is it? 270, 190, or 370, 190, 2, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yeah, it's about 60 cents difference. And he knows right down to the wire. He knows when he gets a pop and he knows how much everything is because it's either can pop, bottle pop, a small bar. I never seen him get a big bar before. Never. And he knows how much. If you got a pop and chips, he always has the money right. His friend that comes over that works with him, he pays with debit, right? Yeah, I think he done a switcheroo. But I'm not, look, we don't get no employee of the month. We can help, and we don't get recognized for it anyway at that company. But believe me, if we do one little thing, people around here can't wait to call head office. The girl's farting around out there, doing her thing, and the one that I work with, it happened to her, and she's playing around, and it's almost 10 o'clock. And she's washing her windshield and washing her thing and that before pumping the gas. Usually you pump the gas and do that, but anyway. And she told her, she went and she said, right at 10 o'clock, those pumps shut off, right? She still kept on. She still kept on. 10 o'clock? I mean, she's standing right there looking at her. Was she saying it? It automatically does it. The thing says, come back tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. You get a warning. That comes on. Then she's like, blah, blah, blah. She said, I told you. She calls head office to complain, saying she shut the pump off. So they're thinking so they call her up and she said, I was standing right there and the thing came up at 10 o'clock. She's seen, like, is she magic? People just can't wait to call head office and they can't wait to call you. Customer said you done this. Customer said. Yes. I think I'm just tired of that place. Not one of them called me up to see how I'm feeling. I thought Friday, because it happened Tuesday, they would have called me up. Oh, but they'll call me up on a Saturday on my cell phone to ask me a question. Did you do this? When I'm home, my day off, But they can't call me and say, how you feeling? Nope. Because they know they're in fault. That car wash should have been closed down. Lucky it was me, because I tell you one thing. The people around here, the way they like to complain, someone would have fell that night and hurt themselves like me. They would have been in the ER and they would have sued their ass right off. I tell you that. And they know it, because they were telling us to put a bunch of a rock down and all this stuff outside, gave us a bunch of rock. The memo said that a lot of people sued this year at different stations. Not ours, I don't think. We would have heard about it, that's for sure. But make sure you put a lot of rock down. Because people were suing. Oh man, I tell ya. That's the only reason why they closed it down. Because it wasn't because of me. They're scared that one of their, because she even told me. She goes, yeah, she said, if one of the customers fall down, and yeah, we'll close it. Like, who am I? Nobody? Anyhow, that's me barking today. But, okay, so tonight, I go over La Fonda, so like I said, make sure some people get notified, some people don't. YouTube, right? And Ian's going to be there. But this is going to be fun. I'm going to tell her, I just want to see the picture. And then she's going to give me a HelloFresh. Next Saturday, I'm going to do one here by myself. Videotape it. Because my casserole bowl, glass is going over there, and it's easier for me to do a HelloFresh, because I'm probably just use a frying pan. You know, I got a frying pan here. Excuse me. But, so I'll let you go. And I'll see you tonight. I know it's a short video. And I gotta sneeze. And I got some more laundry I can do too. So, I think I'm gonna go back to bed. Have a cigarette and go back to bed for an hour. Take a couple of Tylenol. Anyhow, cigarette time.